So good morning, grade 9 students. So for today, we have here a heart, and what we're going to do with the heart is we will try to identify its parts. We'll look for different blood vessels that are found in the heart, and at the same time, we will try to dissect and see what are the parts that can be found inside the heart. So this specimen is a pig's heart. Okay, I will repeat, this is not a human heart, this is a pig's heart. Now, first we will try to look where is the left and the right part. Okay, so we will look at the center using this pin. I will try to pinpoint where is the left and the right so that you have your reference. Okay, so first, this side is the right side. Okay, on the other hand, this is your left side. Okay, so the top portion or the superior portion of the heart is in this part, and then here you have the inferior part of the heart. Okay, so this part is what we call the apex. So you can use this as your reference to locate where is the top, bottom, left, and the right part. Next is, since we already know where is the left and the right, we can identify where are the 4 chambers of the heart. Here is your right side. Okay, this part is your right atrium. So if this is the size of, this is just the size of your actual atrium. Compared to the other chambers, it's smaller than the other. Okay, now how about your right ventricle? This part is your right ventricle. I repeat, this side is your right ventricle. On the other side, we have the left part. This part is your left atrium. Okay, so I will show you the back side of the heart. This is the left atrium. Next, how about the ventricle? This big part, this big portion of muscle is your left ventricle. Okay, now compared to the right ventricle, your left ventricle is much more bigger because again, this chamber will supply the oxygenated blood throughout the body, so it needs to be more muscular than the right ventricle. Okay, so those are your 4 chambers. Now how about the blood vessels, the major blood vessels that can be found in your heart, in our heart? So here you see several tubes or opening blood vessels. We will identify each. Okay, so let's start with the inferior and superior vena cava. In this kind of heart that I purchased from the market, you cannot see anymore the superior and the inferior vena cava, but you can see the tube that leads to the right atrium. This tube is your vena cava. How do I know it's the vena cava? Because it leads directdirectly to the right atrium. Okay, so this is your vena cava. It collects deoxygenated blood from the body, returning it to your heart. So you see it's directly connected to the right atrium. Okay, now how about this big tube? Okay, this thick blood vessel. So we know that thick blood vessels are arteries. So this is the biggest artery in our body, and we call this one the aorta. Okay, how about this one? Okay, so you see in front of the aorta there is another tube. Okay, it leads to the right ventricle, This is your right ventricle. Okay? So therefore, this tube is your pulmonary artery. Okay? This is your pulmonary artery, and this artery will deliver blood, return blood, deoxygenated blood, go back to your lungs. Okay? I repeat, this tube delivers blood to the body, this tube delivers blood, and return the blood to the lungs. How about the veins? So the first one, yung binigay ko kanina, is the inferior and the superior vena cava. This is your vein. Okay. Another vein, okay, is your pulmonary vein. After the pulmonary artery return the deoxygenated blood to the lungs, it will be converted, okay, using the process of diffusion. It will turn into oxygenated blood. So the oxygenated blood now will go back to the heart through these two blood vessels we call pulmonary veins. This part of the heart, this portion of the heart, is the back portion of the heart. So you can see the pulmonary veins at the back portion. Okay. So before I cut and dissect the heart, you see these structures, okay, these white structures that covers the heart. These are fats. Okay? So imagine the fats that are present now in your body, in your heart. Okay? If you're eating too much bad cholesterol, so probably your heart is now covered with fats as well. So let's try to cut on the lateral side of the heart using a scalpel. So we will try to cut the ventricles. So lateral side. So when you cut, you make small incision. Okay. Okay. Now, I will show you the tricuspid valve. Okay. So you see this fibrous structures, this white fiber. Okay. Cutting an incision on the lateral side of the heart and opening it up a little bit, you can see this fibrous structures, this white fibrous structures. These are your leaflets, or the cause of your tricuspid valve. Okay, these fibrous structures. So you see the leaflets or the cusp are connected to the walls of the ventricles. Okay. So let's trace and see where this goes. So this one, okay, if we go upper part, on the superior part of the structure, it will lead us to the right atrium. Okay, this is your right atrium leading to the left ventricle. In between these two chambers is your tricuspid valve. Okay, later on we will try to fully open our heart. Okay, now how about on the other side, on the left side? Okay, make a deep incision and then try to gently slice. This is your left ventricle. Let's try to open it up. So you see the walls of the ventricle are much more thicker than the walls of the right ventricle. This is the wall of the right ventricle. Okay, that's how thin
the right ventricle is. On the other hand, the right ventricle's, the left ventricle's wall is much more thicker.
Good day, students. Today, we will be dissecting a pig's heart. We will be using a pig's heart because, in comparison to a human's heart, it is anatomically similar but not identical. Last week, we talked about how the components of the circulatory system, the blood vessels, and the heart. In our discussion, the blood moves across our body, including in our heart. For today's dissection and demonstration, we will try to see firsthand how circulation works inside our heart. First, deoxygenated blood will be collected by the superior and inferior vena cava. In this specimen, we cannot see already the superior and inferior vena cava due to its damage. It will be temporarily stored in the right atrium until blood pumps down into the right ventricle, passing through the tricuspid valve. It will then deliver blood to the pulmonary artery. Using this specimen, we can see that the right ventricle is connected to the pulmonary artery through the pulmonary valve. The blood will move out from the right ventricle to the pulmonary artery going to the lungs. In the lungs, deoxygenated blood will become oxygenated blood through the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen through the capillaries in the alveoli. This will then, deoxygenated blood will move back into the heart through the pulmonary veins entering the left atrium. These two blood vessels are your pulmonary veins, whereas in humans, we have 4 pulmonary veins radiating from the left side and the right side of the heart. In here, the blood will be delivered to the left atrium. Right after, it will pump blood down into the left ventricle, passing through the bicuspid valve. After that, the left ventricle will be pumping blood up to this thick blood vessel we call the aorta. In the aorta, this blood vessel will deliver oxygenated blood to the rest of the body and supply blood and oxygen to our organs.